The safe way in any marriage, as for any human relationship, is the shared experience of God. We can disagree on any number of other things and keep on loving if we agree about God. Eugene Price. Our lesson for today is a woman whose marriage lacked unity and fell apart. Our case study is Michal, 1 Samuel 18, 1 Samuel 19, 2 Samuel 16. Michal's narrative can only be understood via hindsight. The past is our wisdom. Was Michal suffering from emotional numbness, where you lose the capacity for empathy? Let's explore what got her here. Susan, the Extra Edge Channel. Welcome to Wow Wednesday. Wow, woman, woman of worth, you are worth it. Your worth is far above rubies. What was the meaning of her name? Michal means who is like God. What shaped her character? She was the last daughter of King Saul and the first wife of David. David had earned the right to marry King Saul's first daughter because she had killed Goliath, but she married her off to someone else, duped David, and did not keep his promise. For David to marry Michal, he asked for an odd bride price. What was an odd bride price? 100 foreskins. King Saul's plan was that David would get discouraged and disheartened because of the bride price, and that if he took up the challenge, he would die while in combat with the Philistines. David defeated the Philistines and killed 200 Philistines, a double portion of their 100 foreskins. Mission accomplished, and mission was beyond success. Bravo, David. Michal loved David. He was handsome, courageous, composed music, and wrote songs. He was popular with the people. King Saul, however, was not satisfied with David with David as his son-in-law. He had a plot to kill David. And Michal, David's wife, overheard that plot and made a route of escape for David. He replaced his presence with a house idol in his bed. It's uncertain that David knew about the idol. After David escaped King Saul's wrath, King Saul married off Michal to someone else. After King Saul's death, David was enthroned king and demanded for his wife Michal back. Michal evolved from a princess to a queen. What can we learn from Michal's story? Two people living together but not joined together. What led from love to scorn? Could it have been King David's long absence and her being married off to someone else? Had she made peace in her new marriage and was now being torn apart? David's first assignment was the return of the Ark of the Covenant back to Jerusalem. He danced with such vigor that his clothes fell off. Michal looked at David with indifference. No connection, no bond. She accused him of being indignified and dancing with commoners. His status was way below that of a king. She was emotionally numb. She suffered from dull eyes, no role models of a godly marriage. Her relationship with her father affected her perception with other men. She became cynical, guarded rather than generous. Wow, woman, when a woman is bitter, her eyes are blind. Inability to see her husband was a transformed man, not the man she married. She couldn't enjoy the fruit of that transformation because she wasn't present in the moment. David was a worshiper, and Michal was a spectator. The God of David was a stranger to her. Her husband did not worship other gods, but Michal had an idol in the house. She even accused David of murder, telling her father that she made a route of escape for David because David threatened to kill her. That accusation was beyond David's character. What was her sorrow? She never bore a child. God did not open her womb, but I wonder if David continued to be intimate with her to allow for pregnancy. In conclusion, very few men would have been able to live with her. It wasn't her fault. Her father David failed her. Her father Saul failed her before she failed David. He failed to provide a proper perception of masculinity. Wow, woman, don't dampen your husband's desire to dance. Celebrate your husband's success. God is a God of new beginnings. If your past has limited you, Shake it off before it destroys your future. It is time to celebrate. Wow, woman of worth, your worth is far above rubies. Put your mind on a VIP mode. It's your red carpet moment. Don't settle for less. Don't settle for safe. Fix your crown. Get up, get over it, and walk worthy. Remember, your purpose is your superpower.